Hi, I'm Tracy from Tracy's Learning and Coaching, and today I want to talk to you about anxiety and the way the body responds when you are feeling anxious. So, how does it feel? It responds with a chemical called adrenaline. So, I don't know if you've heard of adrenaline. Adrenaline is the fight or flight response, which is the way the body gets you out of danger. You either stand and fight if there's a danger, or you run away. Whichever you choose to do, you do it unconsciously, actually. And the way you've always responded to that particular danger. So, what is adrenaline? How do you know you're suffering with adrenaline? So, adrenaline, first of all, first thing you feel when you get adrenaline is you get this knot in your stomach, a lump in your stomach. It feels like lead. You feel sick, or you want to go to the toilet. So, what you're actually doing is feeling the stomach shutting down. So when you are in danger, if you need to fight or you need to flight, you do not need the contents of your stomach. So your stomach prepares to try to get rid of the contents so it doesn't have to worry about it anymore. So that way you're lighter, fitter, ready to deal with this emergency. So that's what happens. The liver makes more sugar, glucose, but it gives you energy. So you've got more energy to fight or flight. Heart starts pumping faster, arteries open, and this is causing you to be able to respond quicker. Pupils dilate in order for you to be able to see the dangers more. So you are really gearing up to get yourself out of trouble if you know all the different responses that your body's going to deal with. So this is adrenaline. So when you are feeling anxious, your body feels in those things, heart's pounding, stomach's feeling yuck. So anxiety. So this is your anxiety, adrenaline. Did you know that the mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is imagined? So if you're imagining something happening, what if this happens, what if this, what if this, what if this? Your mind doesn't know the difference. So what you're actually doing is you are responding as though it is actually happening. And if you are replaying old events, it is responding as though it's happening, or going to happen, or still happening. So a really easy way to prove that this is the case is think of a song that you love. Some song that makes you happy. As soon as you hear that song, you go, wow, I love this song, and you instantly feel happy. That's because the brain is instructing the body to make the chemicals to make you feel good. If you think of a song that makes you sad, as soon as you hear that song, you start feeling down. So it's a automatic response. The brain is remembering a situation in the past and making the chemicals as though it's still happening. So, did you know that adrenaline is addictive? So, you've heard the term adrenaline junkie, and adrenaline junkies jump out of planes to get their buzz, or ride crazy roller coasters, or base jump. They do mad, crazy things, right? So, those type of adrenaline junkies, they get a endorphin kick with theirs. They get a natural high to make them feel great afterwards. Adrenaline junkies that I'm talking about don't get that hit. All they get is a hit of adrenaline, and a hit of adrenaline, and a hit of adrenaline. So they're constantly feeling lump in the stomach, heart palpitating. It's not a great feeling, is it? You know, we've all dealt with anxiety. If you are constantly feeling like that, it's tough. So adrenaline junkies, then, the way any addiction starts is the same, really, is that every cell in your body has millions of receptors all over it. So these are like little keyholes, tiny shapes, you know, every key has a certain hole, and they are particular shapes. So when the cell is flooded with a chemical continuously, that receptor, that keyhole, gets desensitized, shrivels and dies. So when you replicate that cell, what happens is that cell makes more of that receptor, and then it gets flooded, desensitized, shrivels, dies, more of that receptor is made. So eventually what you've got is a cell that's got mainly that receptor. So this is how your body starts continuously needing more of a particular drug or a particular chemical in order for you to get the same hit. So you start off with 1 drink, 2 drinks, 3 drinks, 4 drinks, yada yada yada. So if you are addicted to smoking, you will find reasons to have a smoke. If you're addicted to drinking, you will find reasons to have a drink. If you're addicted to drugs, you'll find reasons to have your drugs. With adrenaline, if you were addicted to adrenaline, your body is on constant high alert all the time, so it's always looking for dangers, because that's the nature of the beast. The chemical makes you on high alert, so you're looking around all the time, and it's easy to find reasons to be on high alert if you're looking for reasons to be on high alert and you're worried all the time. So you become in this snowball of worrying puts you on high alert, and being on high alert makes you make more adrenaline, and more adrenaline puts you on high alert, and so it goes round and round and round and round. So this is the snowball that we get ourselves into quite easily. So did you know that the brain doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is imagined? Then when you are worrying, your brain is making those images, your body's responding to it, and so you are just keep flooding your body with adrenaline. Now, adrenaline is a chemical that is made in the adrenals, but how it starts is you have this stress response. So things come into the brain via your 5 senses. You hear, you smell, you touch, you taste, you feel, you see things. So these are a stimulus that goes into the brain, and it goes into part of the brain called the thalamus, and from the thalamus it goes to other areas of the brain to be processed. So if you have something that makes you think, this might be a problem, then it goes through to a part of the brain called the amygdala. So they are in charge of memories, and it is in charge of the beginning of the stress response. So from the amygdala it goes 2 ways. It goes the highway, which it goes to the hippocampus, and that deals with all your memories and puts it in the right places. And it goes to the hypothalamus. Sorry. Now, the hypothalamus is a really interesting part of the brain, if you're a geek like me. So, the hypothalamus is in charge of your sleep cycles. So, you may not sleep very well if you deal with anxiety all the time. It is in charge of your weight, your body temperature, and your balances, your homeostasis. So as a chemical within your body becomes lower, the hypothalamus says, hey, you need to make more of this chemical. Now, the really interesting bit for geeks like me is that the hypothalamus is also on this stress response. So if you are used to living with stressful situations and you've been dealing with this for a long time, you've got this high level of stress, this high level of adrenaline that runs through your body all the time. You are running on adrenaline. You have extra sugar, you have your heart's beating fast all the time. So this is how you live. This is how you run. So as you may be sleeping, and as your adrenaline starts lowering because you're sleeping, the hypothalamus says, hey, you haven't got enough adrenaline. Make more adrenaline. So the next part of the stress response goes to the pituitary, which is just above the adrenals, and it drops down into the adrenals. So they, hey, make more adrenaline. The adrenaline runs around all the body, different parts, and it makes the adrenaline enter different cells, and the cells do different things. So it's going to make your liver make more sugar, and it's going to make your heart pump faster, and it's going to make your stomach shut down, and it's going to make your pupils dilate, etc., etc. All those things are going to happen instantaneously. As it enters cells, it makes the cells behave a certain way. So, as I say, so as your adrenaline lowers, it's really easy for your hypothalamus to say, hey, make more adrenaline. and then that you might be sleeping and you wake up in the night with your heart going purely because you have been dealing, your hypothalamus is making more adrenaline for you, or instructing your body to make more adrenaline, I should say. So you're on high alert, worrying during the day, so it's easy for your body to make more adrenaline. You're sleeping at night, your levels drop, the hypothalamus makes more adrenaline. So all these things are causing your anxiety to snowball, to get worse and worse. There are ways to deal with that. So in one of the other videos, one of the first videos that I've done, if you scroll back, it's called The Cooling Breath. You can also find it, The Cooling Breath, as an answer in my book. It's free to download. You've just got to go to the website, www.tracyslearningandcoaching.net, and it's in there in 3 places, because it's such an important thing. It's literally breathing deeply, really. Breathe in through your nose, blow it out through your mouth. Take a breath, take a moment, do it again. Just keep breathing as deeply as you can and blow it out. But check out the video, check it out in the book. All you've got to do is subscribe. If you're dealing with anxiety all the time, then you are welcome to come and see me. I offer a free consultation anyway, so you've got nothing to lose by phoning me, or I'll phone you and we can have a chat and see if we can help you just start dealing with the anxiety. This video is about trying to explain how this works and why your body is responding as it is to the adrenaline or to the anxiety. This is all written down in the book too, in biology. Explains exactly what goes on in much more depth than I've done now. I just wanted to show you as best I could in a short video to help you understand what is happening when you have anxiety. What actually happens in your body is a chemical response, adrenaline, and there are ways to slow that down, and that will help your adrenaline and that will help your anxiety. Hope this helps. Stay tuned for other videos. I'm going to talk about how adrenaline makes you depressed in another video, and post-traumatic stress. So I hope all of this helps you. Feel free to contact me via my Facebook page or via the website, and I will do my best to help you. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.